Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 50, plant.
55. Hey, here we go. Catch it.
Go out. Now.
They'll run with the former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check curls.
They run with Wilkins, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
You got nothing.
Hey, wahoo! Ready?
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He's going to fire one deep over them. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Leo. Topper. Hey, Sam off.
They'll run it here with Wilkins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Ready up.
Got 55. I got it. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
On play action, they'll throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Okay, ready?
54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll look to run with Singletary, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. On the carry, it's Wilkins. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. This situation in the fourth quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go. Pittsburgh, 58. Come on, up. You got to get the ball. Do you get the ball?
First carry for Nick Chubb. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On first and 10, here's Murray. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Murray again, second and 10. And Diggs has it. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And it's third down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. On play action. It's Murray. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
It's a gain of 6.
Give him 6 yards in the first down. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed out hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Following the penalty, Chubb. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And the Raven first down.
One set. Go against the mic.
First down, Murray. It's complete to Diggs. A very solid gain of 27. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate?
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score. Ravens 7, Browns 3. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is Wilkins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 6-6, pull it high. 5.
They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
What's tight? Tight ends right. What's tight? Tight ends.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. He's to the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Wilkins. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd down, it's Wilkins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's got daylight past the 20. A big play that time for Cleveland. 63 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run on first down with Singletary, and he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
we go. 90 Wolf.
Check, 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 check. Check 99. Check 99. Show it up. Show it up.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Jordan Wilkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Makes the score. Ravens 14, Browns 10. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to weigh in, enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach. Jonathan Coachman standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Murray now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
First down, Ravens.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Check 55 to Mike.
Mike, 55.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Finds his tight end Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front, the tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have, and right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
We own them. We own them.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. The kick by McManus is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is taken at his 4.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch. Hey, Echo.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. That's complete to Cobb. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
They don't
One-yard gain
keep
brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Let's get it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
And we're going 37's to Mike. Mike 37. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. And we're going 36.
Rudolph looking to throw. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Your trick is here.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Rush in. Bravo.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Let's go. AT
Pick me up. Here we go.
A toss play to Chubb. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 49.
Throwing on 2nd down. Murray. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go now. Hey, come on. I got you, boy.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Let him know. Let him know. 58, boys. 58, Mike.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38. Browns 10.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here comes Grant on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time
one
we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Chubb on the counter. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Kyler Fackrell charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
61, matchbox lights.
They'll drop the throw. Open man here is Kroll. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 3 quarters have come and gone. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Johnson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Joker. Watch this. Look at me. Go. Get it.
Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Set 70, Indy.
Hey, let's get this.
Buzz. You're out. Be driven.
On first down, Wilkins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
Check. Watch 54. Come, boys.
2nd and 11. Rolling to his right. He finds his man Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Ready.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. All right, here we go.
Second and 10. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Browns get a score closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
65.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They run again with Wilkins. And an alley to run. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, Delta. Check 3. Say go.
Here we go on 4th. Rudolph. And able to connect with Berrios. Now the ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
They can't stop you, son.
And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Set up. 50. Plant. What? Squeeze.
Watch the out. Watch the safety.
Ready?
They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go one more. Watch safety 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wilkins, and that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They go with Chubb on second down. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun on third down, Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
At the 13-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to Johnson again. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Got a man, it's Berrios, complete. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Braxton Berrios, 81 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. And it's incomplete. Still time left, though. 2 seconds remaining now in the 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And Diggs has it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.